10 years ago. She's at this location now. So code 1, the cat is 0149. 0149.
Adam 2-3, you got a boss coming? This might be for real. There might be others in the house. 2-6 on Seymour.
7256.
Georgina De Jesus might be in this house also, per Adam 23 radio.
Go ahead.
We found them. We found them.
Ah! I've been muted. Okay. I can never just come on and do it right because it's alive. I was just checking the sound system. Dang it. Ah! All that. All right. Rewind. Here we go. Kaylee G was gone for about 3 months. So the whole summer of 2022, right before she comes back, she is in Texas. And she's gone for a few months, and she comes back, breaks up with Jack, moves out of her apartment, the 1122, hasn't even taken her stuff, goes home, spend a few weeks, I think 2, with mom and dad and everybody, the fam, and then returns because DM wants a +1, and Kaylee is like, do I want to go back or not? We all know she was hesitant. And I'm like, okay, there is a big, wild, grown arse question to ask. The oldest story in the book that triggers exes to do this kind of off-the-wall, horrific crap and in the life of their ex often has to do with infidelity. Now, I'm not accusing, I'm not victim shaming. What I'm asking y'all, is it possible that KG met someone new in Texas? And it's not just me that noticed she has put on a little possible, and I'll take the heat, I'm asking, baby fat. And was there questions going around? And was Kaylee leaving to go have her perfect life? And is it possible that that is what Adam told JD that night? That Kaylee was indeed going to be a family. And I wonder that because could that have triggered him? Could he have lost his shit and been like, my family is the Decours. We got Money. Why? You want her life? Her perfect life? I'll give it to you. But you gotta earn it. Here's the thing. You gotta be my backup guy in case somebody comes in or whatever. I'm just asking because I was looking. Let's get over to movie screen. Okay. I was asking that because, whoops, I did it again. Okay, here we go. Let's move this up a tiny bit. Her face is thinner. Yes, this could be a year before. Not too much earlier because we have pictures of her and she looks older here. But, you know, family heredity, all that kind of stuff. I noticed Olivia was a very thin girl, the sister of Kaylee. And then she was with a baby. Her face rounded out. Everything got big. Not just the tummy, like she fills out. And it's all baby fat. And then she has a baby and she's like a little hourglass again. And she's slender. But I was looking at this and I was thinking about, everybody's like the big thing about Taylor Swift. If you know, you know. And if you don't, you don't. Was it a baby bump? What? And I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh, Kaylee looked to me to have that same thing going on, possibly. So I was looking at this. Let me see. How do I get to that? Hold on, y'all. All right, we'll just open it this way and I'll shrink it down. Now I'm going to come up to top side and we're going to chat. I just want to get this on the screen. I don't care whose faces you can see and all that. I want you to look at this. Okay, so there's a little roundness there and in the face as well. And she's still got the perfect little figure. She's gorgeous. But I'm just asking. I'm not victim shaming or blaming. I am just trying to figure this out with you. With you. All right. So the question is tonight, today, this morning, whenever you're tuning in, what really happened when Kaylee was in Texas for the summer? Think about the months. So let's say this happens in June. We've got July, August, September, middle of October. Could be, right? Start to have a little baby bump. What are your thoughts? The rest of the question is, could this be what the big secret was that Maddie told Adam? Could this be the trigger that made Jack D snap? So let me get over to chat, see what everybody's doing. I'll say hello to a few of you. Hello, Justice for All. You are watching a live replay now or a live replay. I'm just saying, stay with me. You are watching live or a replay. If you are watching replay, I want to thank you for feeding the algorithm because that's the main group that does it. I appreciate everything you do for support of the channel. Please leave your comments down below. And if you want to share your theory, that's where to do it, is the comments down below. Now, if you are on a live, I want to say, hello, my beautifuls. Welcome home. Right? Cat H says, start over. Ooh, chat just jumped big time. Let me get caught up. Carolyn Os Miller says, yes, Mama, I believe Kaylee was definitely pregnant in August. Noted on photo with police who took her ID when she was in the brown dress. They look like a baby bump. So you're going to marry this person. You're madly in love with this girl. She's your entire world. You go to the same college together. She goes away for the summer. You suspect something maybe, but you're not quite sure. You got nothing to put your thumb on it. And she comes back and she breaks up with you shortly after. And then you're like, okay, 10 days out, you're still like, okay, we're breaking up. You're moving away. You're going to take my dog. Okay. All right. I'm going to be all right. Woosa, woosa. I'm not going to lose my crap, right? And then you go out to the bar. She's flirting with you a little bit. And you're like, ah. And she's smiling and all that, but she's still leaving. And then you're cleaning up the bar. The girls have gone. And Adam, your roommate, comes over and be like, dude, you don't know? And you're like, what? You gotta be able to tell. Are you in denial? Because I asked Maddie, and she was like, yeah, like 4, 5 months. Could he have been like, what? No. Oh, hell to the no. And take my dog too? Could he have been that way? What are your thoughts? Too much info. Hello. Thank God I was thinking I was going crazy or my phone had a conspiracy against me. Y'all, if that's the worst that's going to happen, great. Because I found out the reason we were buffering wasn't YouTube update. It was me, my Wi-Fi. Like, yeah, I had moved myself too far away from my router. So all the beautiful work we did in the studio, I had to take the whole interior content of the room and a Rubik's Cube it, and this is what you get. This is it. So I hope you're comfortable. I still love it. I still love it. Yes. Oh, yeah. This is what I'm saying. Ro, she looked heavier in the grub truck video. Y'all, heavier quickly. Just like Olivia, her sister. Would that have been enough for him to snap? Like, oh, snap should have been my, oh, I could do that. I'll put, oh, snap on the thumbnail. Cat H says, college eating did it to me. Well, she had been in college for 4 years. And all her other pictures, she's thinner. Like, I mean, look. Can we do it? Dang it, I got to eat each one. I got to open separately. Yeah. No. Everything flashed before my eyes. Okay, let's get back over to movie screen. Okay. Oh, this way. See? Look at the slender shoulders. Look at the slender little face. You feel me? Very, almost, I would say borderline petite. Okay? Now, I don't know when this is taken. I keep doing it wrong. Okay, that's where my pictures are over here. It's opposite for me. All right, so look at Kaylee's picture. Do you see what I'm saying? And then Adam got everything that was supposed to be Kaylee's. Everything. Was he bought? Alibi and all. Was Adam bought? Alibi and all. Jennifer Swain. Mama D, you're so funny. Hey, you got to take it lighthearted sometimes, even though it's horrific what happened. But you can't stay in that depressed, sulking, fearful, depressed mood. You just got to, Carolyn asks Miller, do you suppose she told her mother plus Olivia was already expecting? I don't know. Texas Road does not think she was pregnant. And that could be too. I just was like, okay, she went away for a few months and she came back. She broke up with her boyfriend. She put on, I'm just saying, what looks like a baby bump and a little bit of baby face. And then something gets told to somebody and they just snapped. And I'm like, oh, what if? So I thought I'd ask you your opinion. SARS Beth says, Brenna, nope. Speculation, theory building. Exactly. Still, studio looks great. Perfect. Thank you. Oh, Sylvia, there's a pic of an ex-boyfriend holding redhead baby. That's different. Emmy Green says, I don't think M would tell Adam all of Kay's business like that. Good point. Carolyn says, Daddy Steve would have made her marry Jack. Apparently Jack didn't want to keep those G ties, in my opinion. What if Kaylee didn't tell her family because they were in love with Jack? What if in her mind it would have limited her options? Ron says, and hi Ron, welcome to 1111 True Crime. Kaylee and Maddie were the main targets because I think Kaylee was talked into coming back. The two girls were set up and it started at the grub truck, in my opinion. David Bird said, if JD is rage fueled, that means mistakes and injuries. If calm and sneaky, he knows how risky in the house. No happy medium. True. Does it matter if he makes mistakes? Because even if he wrote in BLOOD, Jack D did it on the wall, it's a lot of people's view that the university would have just painted over the wall. Just saying. Hi, Open Mind Perspectives. Hey, Joe Puglish. JD made comments that Kaylee used to lie to him. I don't think he could trust her. And after somebody dies, would you go back and delete all your comments you posted? I don't know. Open Mind says the baby is real, in my opinion. I Love You says, in my opinion, it would be irresponsible not to speculate. Okay, I've been waiting for this. Ooh. Carl got it. All right, I've been waiting for this question. Carl Thomas says, if they broke up, then why the 10 phone calls K and M made to Jack D just before the crime? Sequence of the calls: K, M, K, last one, 252. And no, Carl, there were also texts in there that I believe all were done after the incident. So I believe the girls are gone before 252 or whenever that started, 247. Okay, here's why. If Jack D committed the crime. He's done. What's a better way to make it sound like the victim was begging for you to come over, even threatening you if you didn't come over, but you just didn't get the calls? See, it's placing that seed in the mind. Well, obviously Jack didn't come over because Kaylee texted him to come over. She wanted him there. You see? So it's to secure your alibi is why that would happen in this theory. Bubbly put a picture of Adam at the grub truck. Interesting. Isle of View, Kaylee looked pretty similar size-wise in the noise complaint video the previous summer. Okay. All right. So maybe she just... And I still think she is absolutely... I would love to have a figure like that. Absolutely gorgeous. I just thought maybe there's a baby bump. But even if she isn't showing 3 months, you might not be showing. Could that still be the secret? It just dawned on me, and I'm like, I want my family's opinion on this one. I just do. Wolf Angel says, has anyone seen all the videos and audio out there? It's very clear what went down that night, in my opinion. Add in paparazzi's facts and timeline, follow money trail, in my opinion. Boom, boom, boom. Unspoken heart stillness. We don't know who made those phone calls. We do not know who made those phone calls. We do not know who used any of the phones in that house. Got in late? No, you didn't, Robin. You're here on time. See, Joe's with me. Joe Puglish says, I think JD made those calls on their phone to secure the alibi, most likely, in my opinion. Angela says, several people speculated this right afterwards. And that could be. That very well could be. And why? I mean, JD was the first suspect for everybody, pretty much. And then some anonymous person posted all kinds of stuff in 4chan. And here we are today. If that was Jack D posting that just to secure an alibi and give us all a red herring, JD and Adam look pretty damn smart. And they both went to U of I. They're roommates. They're a block away. They don't need a car. They don't need to risk using a car. Why use a car? You wouldn't. Doesn't matter if his mom or dad has a white Hyundai Elantra. Jack can walk across the roof, jump down, skedaddle across the street, down the woods, and over the hill to Kaylee's house. Right up that balcony, open the slider. Someone's here, because they can hear them on the porch. Maybe even see somebody dressed all in black. And you and I have seen, hold on, Adam, his eyebrows, they're bushy. It's the only time I would be, unless I was talking about Syed, which was in Banfield, okay, with the underage drinking, unmarked cop car, or unmarked car that looks almost like a Hyundai Elantra and is light color that could be circling around that neighborhood looking for more kids drinking. Meanwhile, Jack D's running. The dog is spared, you guys. Everybody is screaming at me, and I get it, but I have to apparently be that salmon that's gonna swim upriver, upstream, because I'm like, I can't get over that a cartel would take out the dog. Just, there's no way. And so then I was like, okay, if you had never killed a human being before, but you were like thinking about it, would you skin a DOG? But you wouldn't do yours because you love yours. Just to make sure you got the guts and went checking out? And could you have used that to threaten your ex? What would Jack D have done if this was the case? The mask does match up, Mama, Carolyn says, in my opinion. Do you remember the mask? Let's go get the mask. Let's do it. All right, hold on. We got to get this. Idaho 4. We'll go get the mask. I think I can do the mask. I have it. So it's Adam, L. And the picture of the masked person. Yeah, here it is. Okay, how small can I make this? How small can we get this? All right, let me see what we can do. Ah, shoot. Okay, it might work. Maybe. Maybe, baby. I think I got it. Let's go to movie time. Movie. I got to move it up. How do I move it up? Can I move it up? No, I can't move it up. All right, you're just going to have to live with it. I can't get it. No, wait. I'm storying. Okay, let me slide it. Okay, you can see it the best I can get it. All right, now hold on. Let me get the transparency. Can I pull this out, this whole bar? I can't see the tool I need unless I stretch it. All right, that's the best I can get it for now. All right, let's do this. So we're going to go to Adam's picture. Now the red dots are where I placed on outside of the eyes on the mask. Okay? So let's go back. Let's go to the mask. All right, so this is a mask. The mask comes from, in the very beginning of the Idaho 4 case, this surfaced on social media. And it's somebody from Moscow. And at the same time, there were people wearing masks, ringing doorbells, and getting on the ring cam. It got weird. And so a bunch of us grabbed a screenshot of the mask, and I was like, it's just so creepy. And lo and behold, y'all, look at this. All right, let me get ready because it's creepy. I don't care who you are. Go from the mask to Adam Lotta, allegedly. Here he comes. Now, the mouth isn't going to match because the mouth is not closed in the photograph. He's big old, I always say if Adam would have closed his mouth, right? Here we go. Look at the eyes. Look at him. Look at it. Now we're going to go back to the mask. Now you do see that it's lining up with Adam's eyes, right? And then look. We're back to the mask. Adam does have like these pretty eyes, right? Like Adam's got those little doll eyes where he would be a great girl. And I thought the same thing about the person in the mask, that it could almost be a female, but not quite, because that's a male lip, in my opinion. And then I was looking, see your lip when you smile, it gets thin. Keep your mouth closed, lips. So that's why the lip disappears here, I believe, with Adam. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. KK says, oh yes, I remember that mask photo. I'm coming back over to chat time. Hello, lovelies. Nasir, good to see you. Welcome at a Love 11 True Crime. You say, didn't know about two Elantras. Well, Jack D's parents allegedly had a white Hyundai Elantra. Brent Kopacka's mom had a white Hyundai Elantra, allegedly. Brian Kohlberger did. Demetrius's brother allegedly had a white Hyundai Elantra. There's 22,000, right? There's a smash one showing up in Eugene, Oregon. I think it's a red herring. I think it's used. The one white Elantra was stolen in Eugene. Right, Brenna, right. Texas Road says David L., John J., well, John S., Jack D. should be suspects too, in my opinion. Cheryl Butler says this is a big leap. Could be. I don't know. I'm not going to leave it sit there and not talk about it. I'm like, what if Kaylee did? I mean, she's breaking up with Jack D when she gets back. Obviously, they're not going to break up overnight. Not after a long-term relationship. So when she comes back, it's late August. So you basically got very little of August left. You're moving in. You got September, October, 8 weeks basically. And then in November, a week and a half into it, no more. I'm like, is it possible that she met someone else? Is it possible that Jack D found out through Maddie talking to Adam? Could that have happened? Because she was on that phone like trying to fix something, it felt like. Like Maddie was like this the whole time at the grub truck, the whole time. She'd be like, yep, Maddie, yep. Right? Kaylee was obsessed with the phone at that time. She was trying to damage control, in a sense, in my humble opinion. I don't know. Coming back from that walk, following that walk where, they're going to get, I told Adam everything. They're going to get you girls for this, Maddie. They're going to get you girls for this. What? Get what? Jerry Pirtle says, Mama D, you are a bad arse. Oh, Leslie says, Papa Rogers said the Elantra was a red herring. I have felt that from day one. I truly have. I have believed that the perpetrator was on foot. I mean, Brian K. was a nighttime runner. He's 9 miles away from the place. Is he going to make that stupid of a decision to drive his own car and take his own phone to do this when he could just run there in black? And then he'd look like a runner the rest of the time. Right? Just running along. Yep, I didn't do nothing. I didn't just take out 4 people. I'm just a jogger. Why drive a car? It's like a 1 hour run and well, maybe 2. Maybe an hour and a half run. You're there. Oh, because you'd be too tired to do the job. Well, then how about you just rent a motel and you're only a minute away and you just jog over to it and then jog back to your motel. Just asking. KK says she was definitely texting. What's that noise? Boys. I don't know. Cat K says she was definitely texting someone on her phone at that grub truck. And Kaylee's phone is the only phone of all the victims that was not returned. Nope, just a copy was given to the G's. Why? Because it was all that texting that Kaylee was doing the hour before her last breath, in my humble opinion. And who was she texting? Was it her ex? Carrie T says yes, 4 runners seen on the band field. And could that have simply been the 2 roommates that survived, Jack D and AL? Could it be the 4 being like, okay, because I thought I saw a ponytail. Maybe I didn't. But a lot of people feel the same way I do that look like a ponytail. And are they trying to purposely run towards Sigma Chi because that's who they're hoping gets blamed? I don't know. Or was it really Sigma Chi? Or someone else? Brenda Lilly says it was said someone gave Kaylee the Range Rover for all the rugs she sold. She was trying to get out of the business and finally leave Austin. Leave for Austin. Craig McGregor, welcome to 1111 True Crime. You say Elantras are really common. That is true. Stop right there. I owned a red Hyundai Elantra. Oh, yeah. You say, I don't know how anyone can claim each Elantra sighting is the same vehicle. Out of 2,200... 22,000. Sorry, 22,000. I'm with you. I'm with you. Carl Thomas says, what's the distance between Sigma Chi Frat House and the King Roadhouse? The distance would be less than 3 minutes. That's what Brian Hinton said. If I had to guess, half a block. Half a block. I could measure a half a block, maybe a full block. How big is a block? I'm not sure. Deborah Van Winkle, hello, lovely. You say you think they could have planted the blood in BK's apartment. That does make me curious, but if we're just dealing with naughty, very select few, like maybe 2 or 3 LE in Moscow. Remember, Pullman's the ones, different cops, even though they work together, doesn't mean they're all corrupt. Pullman went into Brian's apartment, so not Moscow PD. Dawn did that. Jody Neal, welcome to 1111 True Crime. You said if Kaylee was pregnant, she wouldn't have been drinking at the bar, in my opinion. But was she drinking? We never heard Kaylee was drinking. She doesn't look impaired at all to me. She really doesn't. She's not stumbling drunk. She doesn't slur it. She doesn't say, oh, Maddie, what did you tell Adam? She doesn't look drunk. Kaylee looks smashed. Kaylee's bumping into people. She's flipping her little arms with her coat. You know, she's feeling her alcohol. But I don't see that with Kaylee. I don't see that she is showing signs of any impairment. And so in a sense, that might even back up my theory a little bit more, in my humble opinion. Robin Davis Duxford says, okay, so why leave Dylan and Bethany alive? Witnesses matter in the end. They are loose ends. JD doesn't scare a whole town to shut up, nor does the frat boys. No, but the university does carry a lot of power. A lot. And remember, MPD are working for that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Right, according to 4chan, a 4-minute walk. See, that's the thing. It's like deception detectives said when there's an orgy of evidence, it's more than likely a red herring, like a stage setup. And that 4chan is packed with all these details and all this stuff. And I thought it was weird because, and I'm just going to say it, before JD deleted all his little booby comments on Kaylee's posts, there was a lot of booby comments. And then you read that 4chan, and Kaylee is referred to as titties and boobies. Okay, let's put it this way. Me and you, we're going to steal the cookies out of Mrs. Smith's house. But I want her to think that Ray did it on the corner, right? Not my house, not me and you. All right? So here's what we're going to do. After we steal the, well, wait. I got it. Let's get suspicion out there. Well, Ray is going to ask her about cookies before she even makes cookies. All right? So let's say to Ray that Mrs. Smith told me she was asking me what your favorite kind of cookie is. And then he's all prompt and ready. He can go over there and be like, Mrs. Smith, I love chocolate chip cookies, but peanut butter is my favorite. Now, me and you wait for that to occur. Now, when we go, we break in her kitchen that night when she's gone at her PTA meeting and we steal all them cookies. We're going to dribble breadcrumbs or, cookie crumbs from her house, and we're going to put it toward Ray's house. And then we're going to sit back and eat every dang cookie together. We could leave a note. Let's make a note. And we'll call it a 4chan note. And we'll make it all about from Ray's perspective, but we'll make it from another neighbor's perspective about Ray. Oh, yeah. Okay? I'm just saying, it seems like that's what you would want, is to point the finger at everybody else. And at the same time, hone one, nurture a set of suspects. There's no way the college is who would you want to point at? You would want it all pointed to the frats, because that college is not going to protect one little soul as much as they would protect the whole brat system. Because then legally, it can come back on the college and the powers that be, right? Kaylee was moving to Texas, and Adam got the job. Joe Puglish says DM and BF were spared because someone paid lots of money to make sure they weren't harmed. Could be, or they weren't home. Maybe they weren't even there. Maybe it was that simple. Maybe Ethan and Santa were there chilling in their room eating pizza. And they were taken out because everybody in the house was going to be taken out. And then Kaylee and Maddie came home, didn't know anything had happened because it was in Ethan and Santa's room. The girls go upstairs. They go to their own rooms. All of a sudden, they know he knows. They know he knows because of that conversation. What did you tell Adam? OMG. He's going to lose his shit. Maybe not. Maybe I'm making too much of this. What's he going to do? He won't answer me, Maddie. I've been texting you all damn night at the grub truck and walking. Just weird because Murphy's alive, right? Hunting for the Truth says, also, does anyone think they were unalive somewhere else and brought back in? That's a lot of people believe that. I don't know, because if you unalive somebody, why move them? I don't understand why you would put them in the house. Why would you move them at all? I don't know, lovelies. If you can explain that to me, maybe I can get on board. But if you just drop somebody and there's a BLOOD all over, and you're like, oh, I got to take him up to that third floor up there. Yeah, I'm going to take him to that third floor up there. What? We are talking about carrying a bleeding person up 3 levels and not leaving a trail anywhere, nothing. How? Somebody help me understand it so I can get on board. I just don't know how they could scientifically pull it off. Valentina says Jack D is, and why would they? Why not leave them right there on Linda Lane or leave them lay on Taylor Lane? Cops show up. I don't know what happened. There's the bodies all over the asphalt. It looks like a knifing. I'm trying, and I want to understand it, but I can't understand why you would even risk yourself more. Put your DNA all over them, all over another piece of property. Why would you? How would you? Somebody's got to explain it to me better. Hey, Pin Dizzy, long time no see. Happy you made it too. Christina T says, who are the 3 frat boys who went to Spain right after which fraternity too? Would love to know also who they all dated to see connections. Carolyn Osmiller says bloodhound could determine the killer's scent on the victim's clothing. Twin Peaks. Isle of View says this whole case is straight out of Twin Peaks. Too much info. Oh, I'll get to you too. Carolyn says to make sure it wasn't on university property. Okay. That's the best answer I've heard so far. Cat H says, with wounds described as slashing with knives, too much red stuff expelled. Y'all, it snowed that morning. There would have been pink and red snow everywhere. All over Taylor, all over Linden Lane. And it would have been there for a while. A long while. And we know how well it would have showed up. And there would have been a lot of BLOOD red stuff. So I can't until somebody can prove to me how that could even scientifically occur. But I respect your opinion. City Girl, welcome to 1111 True Crime. You said Kaylee seemed happy at the grub truck, not stressed in my opinion, although she was on her phone quite a lot. Okay, and she did seem happy. But she seemed really focused. Really focused. It gets so infuriating. Too much info says 1 or 2 came from the balcony on the 3rd floor, in my opinion. The other 2 came in from the slider. Could be right. Joe Puglish says, yes, they did that. Comes from a person that saw it. She was there, and I found the wheelchair at David's house. So you guys, I want to clear this little rumor up. I mean, I got to take a minute and we'll come back. Okay, I'm going to pin this. I want to thank you, Jennifer, so much for that snooper chat. Lovely. We all at 1111 greatly appreciate your donation, your support, your care, and that you mod for us too. We all love you very much. And thank you, lovely. Thank you. So when it comes to, how do I want to word this? Let me make sure I say it right. Well, I'll save it. Because it might take us, I'm not trying to confuse you, but it might take us in a completely different route. So we'll just leave it at that for today. Carolyn Oss Miller says, easy enough to shower off before leaving. Boom. Boom, right? Brenna Lilly says, I don't think Dylan saw anything. That was pain filling in the narrative, in my opinion. Tinelli Ray says, Kaylee had a gut feeling, in my opinion. Who is the main dealer in the gang? Is asking Julia. Who's the main dealer in the gang? Pendizzi says, right, Mama D. It's a whirlwind, but you called it in the cards way back that it's going to come to a head and pop wide open. I feel it's coming in the air tonight. I feel like I have a song coming on. Too much info. They showered. I wonder if the drains were checked. If they showered. Carla says, DM said she only saw one guy clad in black going out a sliding glass door. And she never said nobody was going out no door. Nope. Towards that direction. So if I'm in the back part of my house and my front door's on the opposite side, but my bathroom's just a little ways from that, and I'm actually going to go into my bathroom, but somebody sees me walking that way, they may say I was walking towards a door. In all reality, I was going in the bathroom. Just pointing it out. Moonflower Lassa says they were in body bags, and that is why no blood trail, in my opinion. So, hold on. You guys are getting me confused because if you know, okay, so a fight breaks out, unannounced, unexpected, big fight. People grab machetes or knives, and it's a street brawl. And they've got black body bags or clear, whatever. They've got body bags just laying around. And the victims didn't bleed anywhere before they got in the body bags. I'm not trying to diss your opinion or anything. I'm literally saying I still don't get it. I still don't get it. The dog is alive. Cartel don't give a crap about that dog. And would the frats? Really? I don't know. Brenda Lily says, then they left and ditched the car and the clothes. Christina T says, Linda Lane tape is freaky sounds both inside and out. Yes. Yes, I will agree. Right, Carla. Towards that sliding glass door. Correct. City Girl says, I'm confused because I heard another YouTuber a while ago say that Ethan's brother walked Xana and Ethan home to make sure they were safe due to the fight. Wouldn't he know who was there? I don't know. And that's what I heard from Stacy Chapin, that Hunter walked him home that night. And I didn't know if she meant Hunter the triplet or Hunter the friend. And I'm guessing it's a friend. Mystic Firefly says, where are these outlandish comments coming from, people? You got to go with it. You just got to go with it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the theory. We all have theories. And the thing is, I always say you want people to challenge you because that way you know if it's a working theory or not. If nobody is challenging you on your theory, you won't know if there's holes in it. So, I mean, no disrespect. Moonflower Alassa says it was planned, premeditated. What'd Tamara say? I missed something. Tamara says, King Gonzo owed. Okay, here we go. So this was shared, I found out, from one person. And that person has been discredited in a million different ways. So I just want to make that clear. However, there are still people, and I'm not saying it's not true. I'm just saying other things that this person has shared have been absolutely wild. And they have been proven to be full of crap. Absolutely full of crap. And they email me and they email other creators and they try to tell me this all. And the thing is the person that's emailing me this theory that I'm sharing with you guys. What, Ziggy? Ziggy, what?
I missed something. Can you say it again?
No. So this person had made this up, and they also made up a big theory and told me that they themselves, they knew some of the individuals, right? And that they also said that they could see into the backyard at 8 o'clock in the morning. Dylan was with Bethany or somebody else and a black man, and they were passing around joint at 8 o'clock in the morning. Nope. That same individual that said all that crap said this story as well that's on the screen, has now come forward on other creator channels and in their own words, their own voice said they lied about the whole backyard thing, that it was all a BS story, that it never happened, and that they saw nothing. Yep. Now, I'm going to read this out loud, but I don't buy this story at all. And a lot of people are going to be like, well, I do. And you can. I still love you. I just don't agree with this theory. Tamara Terry says, King Gonzo, and they always call him that same name, owed $700,000 debt to JJB, which is Jesse Bailey, who was arrested and part of a white supremacist drug lord cartel. Owed $700,000 to JJB for trafficking proceeds from the house. Maddie flushed $70,000 in drugs, but it was the $700,000 debt owed for months that angered him. SG worked for JJB. I'll leave it. I just leave it. Terry Sleuth says, and I think you're 1,000% right. Authorities want YouTube to forget about this case and just move on. Nope. City Girl says, and also what time Ethan and Santa arrived back at the frat party from the frat party. Ethan's brother should know these answers. Daddy SG or Pressy SG? Pen dizzy. Joe Puglish, Mama, this crime was very well planned out ahead of time. I still don't even know that. Like, when I look over at other cases, I can get a feel. Like Madeline Soto, I don't think that was planned at all. I think he lost his crap, or she did, and then he made a billion mistakes and kept going back, driving by to see if anybody found her yet. Not premeditated, in my opinion, because of all the mistakes. We don't have that here in the Idaho 4 case. It does make me wonder, was this premeditated? Carrie T says white tarps behind the house. That's another thing, y'all. I'm going to tell you, a lot of people, whenever our family asks, when did they remove the bodies from 11/11/22, I get the same comments over and over again. And they're like, they did it when they put the tarp over the front door to the truck. No, they didn't. No, that took place. I have the video. It's time stamped. What you're talking about is December 15th. Those bodies would not have been in the house decomposing at all for a month and 2 days. Would not happen. So I have been on this part of the case now since the beginning. Not one person on this huge, beautiful planet has ever produced a video or a clip or a photograph or anything showing the removal of those bodies. And for those of you that say, I've got a clip, I gotta find it. It's buried in my iPad. It's buried in my email. It's buried, but it's 4 bodies stacked on a gurney coming out the back door and going up to the top. I don't believe you. I just don't. Because they're going to keep the bodies separate for DNA purposes, for forensic purposes. There's no way. Even if they put them in their own individual body bags, they're not going to stack 4. They're not. That would make that like 1,000 pounds to lift up and talk about dead weight. It wouldn't work. Mystic Firefly says, have you heard of gurneys and wheelchairs used? Yes. Yep. Pendizzy JD cared about the doggo, though. A lot. A lot. Sally Smidge says, where's your receipts? We're all speculating. We don't need receipts to think. We're not claiming facts, so. And you don't have to believe anybody. You're here to do your own research and form your own opinion. Even if I said that the sky is going to turn green, blue, or well, it is blue, black, whatever. You don't have to believe me, lovely. Even if I don't say in my opinion. Even if I don't say it. Stearns was too stern. Killer Miller says, Joe, I surmised it wasn't her face. It was up her backside. I missed some. Robin Davis Ducksworth says, I don't believe the law enforcement, the coroner, the FBI, the media. I don't believe the feds. Nothing is going to make me believe I'm anybody in this case. Believe anybody in this case. Okay, I think you worded that a little off. Tiffany Crockett says, I tell you what, I feel the same way about the G's as the way I do about Mother Chapin. That's not good, but I digress. Good question. In Sayer says, at 1111 True Crime, why take out Ethan and his girlfriend? What I'm saying is, couple things. There could have been some rivalry between people saying to Kaylee, you're too good for them. Leave him. You can do a lot better than that little red-headed, freckled boy that is saying you got big titties and you look good titties on your Facebook. If that occurred, if those are the people that were supporting Kaylee, to leave, if Maddie, Xanon, and Ethan were like, you don't need him, kick him to the curb, that could be why. Also, Ethan and Xana may have been the first ones home, and that would have been a big risk factor to deal with somebody. If you're going to take out the next two coming in, you need to clean the house to secure it so that nobody can dial 911, so that nobody can come up behind you and you're dead too. But that's an excellent question. Too Much Info says, in my opinion, if it was planned, it wouldn't have taken them 8 hours to call police. That is a good point. I go back and forth. Brenda Lilly says, and T hopefully has pictures of the bodies removed. I don't know. Tamara Terry says, this was all started to be planned out after the pool party in August 2022, allegedly. Kaylee and Maddie were talking too much about rug and human trafficking, and the big debt needed to be paid off, in my opinion. Carl Thomas says, if I had been investigating, I would have collared the DoorDash driver and the Jack in the Box employees to find out who made Xana's order, what time, and the method of communication and payment. Carl, if I would have been investigating this with you, while you were doing that, I would have been literally getting a subpoena for every DNA I found in that house that wasn't in CODIS. I'd been like, okay, I need everybody's DNA here in Moscow. I'd have been like, Steve G, give me your DNA. I'll check you. Yeah, it's just going to be a little buccal swab in your little cheek. Won't hurt you. Annette S. says, Dylan, I get bad vibes from, in my opinion. Terry Martin says, if KG and M were killed outside and moved inside and upstairs, could be what SG meant when he said they didn't need to go upstairs. Oh no, our background. I hope I can fix it today. Hold on. Why does it never work the second time? What if I get a different one? Okay, let's try this. We got a different one. But we got waves in the background. It'll work. It'll work. It'll work. Jacqueline says Dylan is creepy. Joe Puglish says, I used my intuition and found that wheelchair on a year or more. Penn Dizzy says it's whack that they took down that house without making sure, especially after the second time, having all the evidence logged in my computer with a backup. Hey, Kim House says, in my opinion, when the girls were dropped off, I feel they were pulled out of that car because of Maddie's jacket outside. I would like to know if they even got to eat their meal from the grub truck. They were so looking forward to that meal. It's heartbreaking. Too much info says maybe somebody else was there, a good guy, and got them out of the house before it was supposed to happen. I don't know. FK, this is driving me insane. Me too. Me too. We'll take a few more, and then we're going to call it good for the day. I want to thank you all. Tiffany Crockett. Oh, well, Brenna Lilly says, well, where are the mops and rags they used to clean up? Maybe all the cleaning supplies were put down across from Sigma Chi back in that huge, giant pile of garbage that Brian Inton did his broadcast in front of when he was like showing us a light over at 1122, right? He was like, look at the light. Look at the light. Okay, we've got somebody over there that's going to flash a light, right? And there's this mountain of actual garbage, a mountain of garbage. Very nice. Love the wind chimes moving. That's cool. Moonflower Lassa says, I have wondered that too. Stomach contents. All right, give me a good one to end on. Last one. Ooh, Pin Dizzy. You got it. Look in the water tower. Ew, ew, ew. That's so gross. Sorry. Nasty, y'all. Nasty. I appreciate you so incredibly much. Let me get this off the screen. Get ready for our close. We're going to get out of here for a little while. You heard your song? So this is by Brandon Maddox. Feel free to sing along with me. I'll stay on the... You know what? No, I'm not. I'm going to let you watch the video. It's just, it's a closing video that I love because it takes all those moments in each case that we got on video or yeah, basically video where we're like, what? And pay close attention when Brandon Maddox is saying about the eyes, right? And then watch Candace Bly, Summer's mom. Watch her. All right. With that, get ready. We're going to come back tomorrow night. Probably just going to be a workshop like tonight. But hey, if you leave in the comments down below what is your biggest thing that frustrates you about the Idaho 4 case? What is it? Because I'm coming through and we're going to review them. Like, I'm going to pull them up on screen tomorrow and read them out loud that you post tonight or tomorrow morning. And I'll pick the top 10. What is your most frustrating? Oh, I got it. And don't say, I don't know who the killer was. But what's your most frustrating, I wish I knew not who the killer was. We all wish that. That's like saying, I got, one wish, I'll wish for 3 more. No, don't cheat. No cheating. All right, with that, you guys, let's get started, and I'm out of here. I love you guys. See you tomorrow. Love ya. To the moon and back. Thank you.
When a train whistles far away, and when the cold wind blows, when the lightning in your eyes reveals the darkness in your soul, the world will be reminded of what it already knows. 'Cause the days are gonna whisper, and the months are gonna talk, until the years yell out the truth.
Happy Father's Day, you guys. I love ya.
Time will tell. Time will tell on you.
Mistake. Firefly will be on at 5 p.m. U.S. Central.
But surely as the seasons change, you feel like every finger points at you, 'cause you're to blame. And the days are gonna whisper, and the months are gonna talk, until the years yell out the truth. Time will tell. Time will tell on you. It's gonna tell on you.